Tomkinson. He is the creator of his very own bakery at the ripe old age of 16. Hi, Alex, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I am excited to hear all about your bakery, but I first want to talk to you about where your love of baking began.
Well, that's actually a funny story. So, back in ninth grade, I was in band, and after the football games, the marching band moms would make us cookies. And, one night I had these cookies and I just fell in love with them, these sugar cookies. And so I was determined to recreate them at home. And I went home, I got my cookies and my Heath bars, and I put them together, and it was fantastic. And right then and there, I fell right in love with baking.
And the rest is history. So Blue Wall Bakery was born. But what I find even more remarkable is that you decided when starting to sell your baked goods that you could also give back in a major way, specifically to a mission that means a lot to you personally.
So back in late May and early June, the whole Black Lives Matter movement kind of erupted with the initiation of the George Floyd incident, and that kind of shed light on a bunch of other terrible things that have happened. And back when that all really started and gained momentum, I was at one of my friend's lake houses, and I couldn't really do anything. I couldn't attend protests because I was out in the middle of nowhere. And so when I decided to start selling my baked goods, I finally saw it as an opportunity to give back. So I settled on donating 50% of the proceeds. And it felt so great to be able to finally help a movement that I'm a part of, being a mixed person in America. And also just being a human being, I really wanted to fight racial injustice, and I'm so glad that I found the opportunity to do so.
Alex, you're 16 years old. You're 16 years old. So, for parents that are watching, for kids that are watching, what do you hope that they can learn from your personal experience about taking action at such a young age to make a difference, dealing with a lot of these really kind of grown-up matters?
I encourage viewers to just not see themselves as a drop in the ocean anymore. Like, this whole experience running Blue Wall Bakery has really showed me that even though I'm just one person in a massive world, I can still make a difference just by doing what I can and doing my role in fighting racial injustice, in fighting inequality in wages for women versus men, and helping out with the environment.
I also want to mention, Alex, that you're entering into your senior year of high school. What is your mindset going into this year in this COVID world?
Well, I'm sure just like everybody else, when this all started, we all thought it'd be over by now. But, as the months passed and things weren't really changing, they were really getting worse, actually. My mindset really had to adjust. I had to shift from that kind of wishful thinking that I'm going to be able to go into my senior year. I'll have a normal one. I'll graduate. I'll walk the stage. I'll have my prom and homecoming. But, my mindset's had to adapt. I've kind of had to come to the depressing conclusion that, things are going to be kind of stuck this way for a while. And so, I've had to kind of reflect on the fact that we're stuck at home and coronavirus is still real. It's still happening. And I'm just trying to do my part by staying home and not going into school and being a vector for the disease, spreading it to my loved ones or even friends. It's just kind of had to be a really tough transition from I thought it would all be over now to wow, this is the world we're really stuck in. But here we are, and it's been a difficult transition, but I made it, and I'm glad that I'm able to stay at home and do my part to not spread the disease.
Alex, thank you so much for this, and best of luck your senior year.
Thank you so much, Paige.
Well, you can get more information by going to his website, which is bluewallbakery.square.site. Thanks again, Alex.